Hope everybody's having a good day today. We're going to record earlier before that sun gets in here. December 12th, 2017. I'm going to read some stuff about some dreams I had last night. I had a bunch of them, but they were short. I dreamed that in the first dream that I went back to where I used to live in Oklahoma, and I was going to work on the big house. I was going to go to Lowe's and get plywood, 5 sheets, to put the walls back up in the rooms. And so I just know it changed to Georgia, and we were driving north on Highway 293, and we came to the place where Highway 41 crosses 293, and there was a bunch of these real heavy roof trusses they were transporting up under that bridge to, take somewhere. They were about 40 foot long, and I guess there's about 10 or 12 of them. And I never went to Lowe's and never got the plywood, and I woke up. The second dream is pretty straightforward. I dreamed I was editing pictures, then a voice just said, "Don't edit Jesus out of your pictures." And it said this was for everyone, and I woke up. The third dream, I dreamed I saw a weather forecast, and it was about high winds and, pretty gusty winds. And I just looked at the forecast and I saw it said wind north at 39 miles an hour. That was a sustained wind. And then a voice that just said Bartlesville 212, and I woke up. I know those sound like some strange dreams. And there's another little thing I remember. A lot of other people I've seen have had dreams, about drinking and alcoholic beverages. Well, I haven't had anything to drink since, most of my drinking was 2002, 2001, 2003. And back in the 90s, I don't drink anymore because God, basically on my personal level, He told me not to drink, so I don't drink and hadn't drank at all. But I'm saying in the dream, I dreamed that, went and grabbed a beer, out of a store and just walked out. And I never did drink it, and I woke up. Yeah, we'll just look at this. And the town that I went to in Oklahoma, is a spiritual journey representing, being away. And, the big house, you have to look at individual dreams. Like in some dreams it can represent heaven, or some that can represent, the father of this world. It's a bunch of different things. And so we were going to go to Lowe's to get 5 sheets of plywood. And, 5 usually represents grace. And I have seen that it can at times represent death. And in this case, it represented the death of a lifelong problem that I've had. And Lowe means far. And, if you go down to hell, that's down low. I'll admit I deserve to go to hell. And that's sad, but I deserve to go to hell. And I'll be honest with everybody about it. But here's the thing. I never made it to Lowe's. And see, 293, 2, is twin or double. 9 is finality and judgment. And Jesus spent 3 days, rose on the 3rd day. 293, he's up high. It was a highway and we were heading north. And he dwells in the sides of the north. So 41, you go read Job 41. 18 is the number of bondage. So go read Job, the 18th book, chapter 41. Well, God's big roof trusses over our head. And 40, which approximately they were the number that's coming up, represents testing. And I never went to Lowe's. I never went to hell because, the favor he did that I don't deserve at all. And I admit that I feel unworthy of. And I really will be honest, and this is hard to say, and I don't want to be so negative, but I feel like my own heart that I haven't done anything good and I deserve to go to hell. And I feel that way because I don't measure up to his righteousness, and be honest about it. But I never made it to Lowe's, which was hell, being symbolized in this dream. So I dreamed I was editing the pictures. That was straightforward. And the wind forecast that I saw, north at 39 miles an hour, the number 39 is sickness and disease. And it was coming out of the north. So God's judgment on Mystery Babylon comes out of the north. And I think it was Baytown, Houston, equal 212. Well, see, ConocoPhillips is in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And most of that moved down to Houston. But judgment returns back to a place of where a thing was founded. And it's just like Ponca City, is where Marlin Oil and Continental Oil originated Ponca City. And that was back to Hurricane K. And the hurricane represents the storm of Mystery Babylon. And K was the 11th letter, like I told you. And if you look at the hurricane symbol, you'll see 6 on top and then 9 on the bottom. And I'm saying it's all 6 no matter how you cut it. And that was just something else. And I thought that I would put those dreams out there because they were very interested. And then the one about the beer. I walked in a store and just grabbed a Bud Light and I just took it and walked out. With it, it was a 32 ounce. And it's just trying to communicate, drinking or taking in the things of this world and thinking light, about it and resting at ease, down in Mystery Babylon. And see, a store is like spiritual things that you store up, in your mind is what a store represents. And I just walked in and, grabbed the beer out of the cooler and didn't pay for it and didn't walk out. Well, me not paying for it represents the consequences, the consequences of eating and drinking with this world and, not listening to God. And I'll be honest, I failed that test miserably and I deserve to go to hell. And I know I deserve to go to hell. And even though I don't physically drink, any alcohol, none whatsoever, I'm just saying that's what the dream is telling you. That's why it was called Bud Light, because it was about pet sins and thinking light, about the things of this world and not about the consequences. That's why I walked out without paying for it. Now, however, me never drinking the thing, represents, what Jesus did. He took all that upon himself. And You know, I never drank it. And those were some strange dreams, and pray you take it to the Lord and ask Him to confirm that. Don't read Chad, go read God. And I hope you enjoy it and hope you have a blessed day. December 12th, 2017, 4 dreams.